Thank you so much for coming. There was so much work that went into this event, and I'm glad you guys had a good time. There was a ton of contests, and largely that is what the closing ceremonies are going to be about. We're going to go over a bunch of the competitions and contests and challenges that were here, and we're going to start with Eric with the Wi-Fi King of the Hill work that you're doing.
Hey everybody, so Wi-Fi King of the Hill is coming back next year. Bring your wireless adapters, bring your Spotify playlists, because I want to see a battle over them. We had 5 DJs, one DJ held it for about 4 hours, so nice job. And then we had a Fox Finder. JJ, I don't know if JJ's here. JJ way in the back, he found 4 foxes. Everybody give it up for JJ. Awesome. Again, next year, guys, everybody bring your wireless adapters. King of the Hill's coming back.
Thank you. All right, and Trent, Jonathan, we got some other, we're going to go over the 101 space, Hungry Hackers. Did anybody go and see what was happening at the end with Hungry Hackers? Here we go.
All right, so I got to help run the Hungry Hackers game this year, and it was a lot of fun. We did quals on yesterday, and so I think there's like over 1,500 people here at the conference. We had a fairly good amount of people sign up, but only 5 people actually got on the board, so I made them too hard. That's on me. Sorry about that. But of those 5, today we ended up doing some demos instead of the head-to-head competition. So people showed up and did a walkthrough of how they solved the challenges. So thanks to everybody that did that. I think we're going to have the recording for those. And then we did one final round where we had everybody go head-to-head and hack live. So the winner of that was Adam Logue. Is Adam here? Awesome. So he gets a digital badge from that. We also, the other really cool thing is that we had 2 college students, 2 juniors in college play. So Audrey and Ryan, are you guys here somewhere? Awesome, back here. Yeah, big round of applause for them. So, it's pretty spectacular. So this is one of the few, if only, events that I know that have a live competition. They had to plug their laptops in front of an entire room full of people so that they could watch them try to solve the challenge real time, live. And they did a spectacular job. So thank you for everybody for participating. Really appreciate the show this year, and I'm looking forward to doing it again next year.
So we had a AI CTF in the far corner of the bowels of CypherCon, if you came and found us. We had a couple of puzzles. Basically, they had to hack AI and figure out how it worked or manipulate it in some ways. There was like a simple bot that was basically you just had to ask for the flag, and that's how it would tell you what it needed to do. But a wonderful VIP who was the same college student solved it in 3 minutes, and nobody else was able to do that. We actually thought the puzzle was broken because she solved it so fast in literally 3 queries. But anyway, few people came and tried it, couldn't even barely get on the board, which was fantastic. But one of the puzzles which some people didn't even get to play was you had to look like...
Attention all exhibitors here for Midwest Gaming with the owner of a Kia Telluride with a U-Haul trailer parked on ramp A, Kentucky license plate Bravo Delta Jaguar 480, that is Bravo Delta
That's an important one.
Jaguar 480 Kentucky.
Everybody check your bingo cards.
This happened like 3 times a day in the middle of everything. So very, very VIP that the fact that she was able to solve this. So I want to give her like honors because she's just awesome. So
that's great.
Kudos to her. Like really, really badass.
Mike,
yep.
come on?
So come on up. But I want to, while you're walking up, I want to tell you what the last puzzle was. Basically, you had to look and fake out our AI and look like Elon Musk, but you couldn't use your phone because our AI would detect that. So throw that out there for you. So, who's coming up?
Great job. Dan's next.
So thank you guys for trying it out. And be ready for next year because we have bots creating bots.
All right, so I was running the ISP Hacking Village. In the tournament events, we actually had someone also win a lifetime badge. So Adam, congratulations on winning that.
Yeah,
we had a whole bunch of people that were very interested in looking at it. Next year, please bring your USB to Ethernet adapters. It's really useful.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I got on my side.
Yeah. You want to come up and talk about these badges that he just mentioned over here?
Yeah. Who just won this one? Adam. The same. So he. Yeah, come up here. Get up here.
Please come on down.
First time, right? We had this happen? Mike, okay, yeah.
He's going to come talk
I
to
guess
us.
he's gonna go talk. All right.
All right. Tell us
Mike,
what
please
you
correct me.
did.
This is the first time we've had this happen, yes? First time someone's won two challenges at CypherCon. So with that, I'll hand it over to you.
Awesome, thanks. I actually was trying to also compete in the IoT hacking village, but I only got third.
Oh.
But so for the ISP challenge, it was kind of really cool. I've never really had the opportunity to, have a playground like this without, the worry about going to jail or anything like that. So, am I allowed to share?
Sure.
Okay.
What you did.
So the initial flag was very, very difficult. I guess it was stupid simple, but it took me like 4 hours to like.
It was actually 6.
Oh, 6 hours. Yeah, it took me 6 hours to figure that out. But once I figured out how to actually like change the configuration of it, it's actually hacking the cable modem and then trying to swim upstream and hack the next thing up there and then hack the next thing up there and pivot, and it was a very awesome experience. So thank you very much, Daniel.
All right. Ben, you're coming up next.
So how lifetime badges work? If you get one lifetime badge, it's an annual or analog badge for the life of the conference. If you get 2 of them, it's PCB badges for the life of the conference. So it's our first time we had a 2-time winner in 1 year. We've had one prior person win it over multiple years.
Yeah.
So we'll pass it to the next
That
person.
is so much work. Ben's going to come up and talk to us about the IoT village. You said he got 3rd place in that?
Yeah, what a slacker. Couldn't get 3, couldn't do the hat trick. What can I say?
Right, go for it.
My name's Ben Schmerler. I work for Independent Security Evaluators in Baltimore, Maryland. We run the IoT Village. We bring it all around the country. I did a talk yesterday about Hollywood video. I hope whoever attended enjoyed. Thank you. First, I want to just thank everybody who participated in some of the things we had going on. We had it was technically a 9-device CTF, although the team that won discovered that one of the challenges had updated itself, so it was no longer working. That was a group of people called Sig Pony, a bunch of students. They did a great job. They showed a lot of commitment, but they are not here. They had to go back to Illinois before the torrential storms come down. So anyway, thanks again if you participated in any of this stuff, the CTF, the hacking demo that my colleague TJ ran, and thanks again.
Thanks. Joe. And Joe's going to come up here and talk to us about the espionage village, which was right on the end of the hall here.
So this year for the espionage puzzle, we had 20 packets available, and all 20 went out, which was kind of cool. We did decide to limit it. If you still have one of my packets, please bring it back. There's stuff in there I need. I have your names. But yeah, so it was a pretty cool puzzle. I am probably the lowest tech one here. And so everyone did really, really well. Everyone had a lot of fun. We actually had 6 teams finish the puzzle. So that was really, really awesome. And yeah, I encourage you guys to do it. We're doing it again next year. Part of the puzzle was, just puzzle solving. And then there was like a piece of vintage tech in there, hint, hint. So bring your floppy disk drives and your magnetic tape and everything else that you can drag with you for next year. So we are going to have a winner for this. There were 21 eligible individuals. And the way we are going to pick this is, I'm just going to have Mike pick a number between 1 and 21. The fate of these guys is in Mike's hands, so give it to us.
You got to cheer for your favorite number. I hear a 6. 11.
11. 11 is Anusha Ghosh. She is part of Team Sig Pony. They're chasing the weather. So she really wanted this too. So we're not gonna tell her until they're home, because if she's driving, she might drive right off the road. So thank you guys so much for participating, and please do it next year.
Yeah, thank you. Dave, please come on. All right. And with the we have an auction coming up, so get ready for bidding, okay? We got heels. I was going to say the wrong thing. I don't want to get yelled at again. Here you go.
It was only yesterday morning you got it wrong. Hello, everyone. Oh, yeah, the pieces are falling out already. So, hello again. If you were here during the opening, we talked about how Faraday and I, put together this CypherCube, hours and hours of assembly and prototyping, and I asked Mike, because some people like really digging this thing. It was like really cool. So we asked, like, can we auction it off for a charity? And he's like, yeah, but, you know, which charity? Like, which one do you know of? And there's only one, right? Hack for Kids? 3 of you laugh. So, no, I'm kidding. I know there's lots of charities. But so what we want to do is see if you guys would, because we had this one concept of like maybe building some and selling them, but we didn't want to kind of seem that like blatantly obviously that we're begging for money, but now we're going to be begging for money. So open up your wallets and your hearts for the kids. You want to start the bidding at $20? Oh, we will take, I love you, man. We will take cash, Zelle, maybe Venmo, and hell no, Monero. Bitcoin, yes. Bitcoin, yes. Right now is a good time to get some Bitcoin. All right, so we got $20. Do I hear $400? Do I hear $450? Yeah, you just eliminated the rest of the room. Wait, did I hear 500? 450? So right now we're at 400, 450. Anybody 450? Come on, you got some Bitcoin that you want to get rid of? 450.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a cool.
Shiny black.
Yeah.
Shiny black.
You just totally like. Did you intentionally want to ruin my fun doing this?
Just tanked it.
I love you, man. 450.
Oh, I got 450 over here.
Oh, I love you, Saki Bomb. 500. Anyone? 500? 500? Anyone?
He's checking.
Anyone?
looking.
There's a bright light in the back.
He's counting.
Come on. 500. Right now we have 450 with Saki Bomb. 450 going once. 450 going twice.
Huh?
Last chance, Goetzman. 500! Woo! All right. You got 500. Do we hear 550? No, 600. Screw the $50. 600. That's a man right there. No! What the hell? Violence at CypherCon. Shannon dies. Taylor Swift incarcerated.
He's been decapitated by Taylor. Yeah.
So 600 now. 600. Did you just raise that to 1,000?
I think Monster's bidding himself.
Did you see his face? All right, 600. 700. Do I hear 700? 700
Nailed
going
it.
once. 700 going twice. Sold. $700. You are awesome. Love you, Saki.
Amazing.
Woohoo! All right. The next part is some of you wanted to know how this works, and I actually heard them talking about it in the Cypher Village saying, oh, they're going to explain how this is going to work. And I really did not intend to do that, huh?
No.
Where were you 10 minutes ago? It doesn't really matter. So this is actually a bunch of different series of puzzles on the bottom. I don't know if you can see it. It's got some holes. There were some keys in there that were in some kind of orientation that you had to figure out how to undo. Oh, nice. I see myself on the camera. No, it's okay. Once you figure that out, then you use the keys. You put them in little keyholes. There's actually a floating little panel in there. It set it into the right place. And once you put the last key, a little secret slider comes out with a code. And then you have, he actually can hold this up. And then here, there's like some other symbols. There are 7 dials. It's like kind of like a cryptex. You have to get those lined up. And there's clues all over in the actual order. Once you unlock that, these 2 wheels, which actually decode the cipher, come out and these can spin. You'd write that down. And then there's this eye, and inside the eye, there's actually a little tiny Rosetta Stone that you'd have to figure out how to like tap it and look inside, write that down, decode that, flip it around, and then that gives you the information on how to unlock this part. So then this locking pin comes out, this door slides off, this lid comes off, and then there was something hidden inside like a little scroll.
What?
Should we start the bidding at 800?
Let's do this again.
So that scroll also had some Orabesh. And the Orabesh was the full bit.ly link. So if you're familiar with Orabesh, you probably used maybe just capitals only or lowercase. So since bit.ly uses mixed case, there was a little bit of a challenge, and it was like CC6 village or whatever we wrote. So you had numbers and letters and mixed case. So it was very confusing. So if you were good at getting past this, then you got slowed down with the Orabesh, or vice versa. You might have been slow here and then quicker with the Orabesh. We tried to create balance, and we had some people do a pretty phenomenal job with it.
Yeah.
Can I get into that now?
Yeah, I think that's what we're here for. Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
So it was pretty cool. And the bit.ly link takes you to a guest book, and when you sign the guest book, that was your end time. So we recorded your start time, we saw your end time, and then we did a little simple math and figured out how quickly you went. So it didn't matter if you started it yesterday or today, you could still be the fastest person. So we're going to give out 3 prizes.
That's up to me, Mike. I'm just watching.
3 prizes.
You got it. Yeah.
So the first prize is going to be the person who solved it first. And by the way, this is the first time the Cypher Village in 3 years had somebody actually solve our puzzles.
Yay!
So, good job to those 5 people who solved it, out of 26 that actually tried. We did have to turn a lot of you away because you don't follow instructions, or you didn't bother to decrypt the first or decode the first puzzle and give us a picture of solar art or solar punk art. A lot of people kind of hand drew stuff. A lot of you guys tried to do something that was generated by AI, and we wouldn't accept that because you really didn't create it. You told something to create it. It's not your art.
Invoke, create.
Yeah. So, congratulations to, I'm going to say your name wrong, so I apologize. Gina Adragna?
Gina, yay!
Yeah, there you go. Did I say it right? Adragna? All right. You finished it in about 1 hour and 2 minutes, which, without the Orabesh, is just about the mean time to finish this puzzle the way it was designed. So very good. You were better than the mean time because we threw in a curveball. Good job. Your prize, I'm going to have to get your contact information. No, this is not what you guys think it is. I'm going to ship one of these to you that's going to be custom, and that says, I solved the CypherCon 6 CypherCube first. So it'll be pretty cool. It's like a little trophy at work or school or wherever you may be. So congrats. Second prize, Julian. Well, he was beating himself up like, oh, I was really slow and I got stuck on this. He actually found the right Orabesh. It was the font that told you the upper, the lower case, and any other characters that we had in there. So he did a really nice job with that, solving it in 42 minutes, which gives me chills, which is, congrats. So you're going to get a custom, I solved the CypherCube, second place, blah, blah, blah. So I'll need your contact information to ship one to you, too. And you tell me which color you want, because we had different colors. There was black, green, red, yellow. Last person in first place.
The last and first?
Last and first did it in 17 minutes. Literally, I work at Cisco, if you didn't know, and I had some Cisco people helping me, and one of them said, when you're done with school, you're going to call us so you can get a job. It was very impressive. That was Audrey.
Audrey.
Congratulations.
Way to go.
Now, Audrey.
That's phenomenal.
We heard your name before. And what kind of badge did Audrey win with your contest, Saki? She got a lifetime from him and got a lifetime from us at the Cypher Village. So you not only won the 2 lifetimes, you're the second person to be announced at one contest or one CypherCon that won 2 lifetimes. PCB badge for life, digital
Very
badge.
cool.
Congrats. Yes, that's how it goes.
No.
So we're going to ship you one that said I got first place in the blah, blah, blah. So congratulations.
Audrey.
You're like sweeping this conference.
Great job.
Oh, please come up.
Now we're going to embarrass you. You got to come up here.
So,
We're going to do it.
This is his.
You're going to go over there. You want? Right over here? You want? I don't know. Mike's right there.
She's like an art major.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. That was during the opening. during the opening, she saw the analog badge, so you got like an extreme badge for that, right?
Well,
Can I introduce you to my son? He might be a little young, but
yeah,
there's promise there.
yeah, very cool.
Congratulations.
It's amazing. Thank you.
Awesome work. All right, I'm ready for the Midwest Gaming Classic. I don't know about you.
It's coming up. Thank you. All right, next we have Doug and Eva Mog coming up to talk about safe cracking. Did you guys see what happened with safe cracking? I will. Well, they will. Here you go.
All right, so I'm Doug Rogan. I run the Lockpicking Village and Safe Cracking Village. As many of you stopped by and saw, Evil Mog went above and beyond to make sure to do everything he possibly could to crack the safe this year, and he succeeded. And as punishment, he now gets to be a Safe Cracking Village volunteer.
Yay! Voluntold, everybody. Voluntold.
He also won a lifetime badge, and if you want to say something about how you did it.
All right, so last year I got utterly defeated by the toy makers, and I vowed for this never to happen again. So I said hell with it and ordered. So I've got a locksmith license in Alberta, so it lets me buy some really restricted tools. I ordered close to $3,000 worth of safe cracking equipment, including a specialized rotary encoder, a tool called the Safe Manipulator. And even with that tool that graphs all the things out for me, trying to crack a safe in a contest environment in a conference is hard when people stop by every 15 minutes going, hey, what are you doing? What's this thing going?
How's it going?
My ADD was firing super hard. So this was absolutely brutal. The annoying part was I wasted 7 hours yesterday going down the wrong wheel pack because it indicated in the wrong order. Normally it goes 3, then 2, then 1. 2 wouldn't indicate it was 3, then 1, then 2. So the rabbit holes were so bad that I swear to God I never want to do this again.
But you nailed it.
I did, and now I'm stuck doing it again for life. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome. You want to talk about your mud?
Oh, yeah. There's no, by the way, I also did the mud challenge. No one submitted an area that was good enough for the mud. So the mud is unchallenged or unclaimed. Oh, yeah, we also got you there as well. So.
And then well, Mike's going to come up after this, but we're going to talk about the badges. Aid, can you tell us about how things went with the badge?
Yeah, so when you're doing a badge, you're always waiting for the next shoe to drop, truly. And so far, we have had 4 hardware issues, which we were all able to fix.
Yes.
2 because they, I don't know, stood up too fast and the knob kind of tweaked some of the connections. 1 because they got water in it. We dried it, it worked. And then the 4th one, I think like a battery spring fell off. Now, if you have not played with your badge yet, which is totally a possibility, partly because you don't know how to turn it on.
Everybody find your hidden switch. Do you know where that is?
The switch is on the right-hand side when you're looking down. Down is on. Yes. And on the screen, the menu, I should have explained this during opening.
Maybe.
On the screen, you'll see R, G, Y, whatever. It's red, yellow, green, blue, teal, violet, and that corresponds to the LED color at the top. So you navigate to the color and then press enter.
Click.
Yeah, press click.
And then wait for the page to load.
And wait for the page to load.
By
It's a
design.
Zen experience.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, so this is a little unconventional. I'm gonna ask Evil Mog to come up to talk about what they did for last year's badge, the flamingos that you guys have probably seen, because they did some pretty funny things. And then we'll talk about what this year's team did to win the red badge.
Alrighty, so last year's badge was the flamingos and all the magic with the IR. So we first started off with bribing Carfu Car to go figure out how the RS-232 worked for some of our serial protocol pieces. And from there, I was able to go start replicating. We got a couple good captures. He was bored. We exchanged some beer. Things happened. And so we were able to go clone or create credits. I wound up cheating my way through all the interactions so that I could have everyone's badge by changing the unique badge IDs. That was the easy part. The hard part was actually winning the challenge. No one figured out how. There's actually two methods that are officially, there are two methods to beat the challenge, only one of which is official. Officially, if you'd cracked the crypto, you would have been just fine. It was an 80-bit spec cipher. The second way to do it, that we verified with the debug tools after CypherCon, is it required 3 badges. 1 flamingo and 2 virgin badges that have never been touched. What you did was you peeled the chip off the flamingo, you found the code, you used that with the infinite credits hack, it would give you negative credits. So you start with 0 credits, you underflow to 65535. From there, what you would do is you do that to your 2 other virgin badges, because I'm not going to solder that chip back on after I've desoldered it. I'm not that good. A wire might be able to pull it off, but I can't. So they put the badge, the lifetime, back 1. So you pop it the first time, you get nothing. Them's the bricks, sorry. So if you had 2 badges that were working cahoots, you do one, you do the other, they both underflow, negative, negative. Congratulations, 1337, you've got yourself a lifetime badge. No one got close, but we did jackpot the ATM or the vending machine and grab all the badges out. So if you didn't get any badges out of the vending machine last year, I am so sorry, but I'm not really.
Just find his place, get his $3,000 lockpicking thing, and like get some. Okay, so for this year's badge, the Sig Pony, which has won like I think 2 other competitions, they won again. They found a way to make MicroPython truncate a string with a null character to break out of the browser sandbox to give them full access to the adventure version of Dogteeth, which was the language that I used to write the badge adventure. This allowed them to run arbitrary executable code by going to a random website on the badge. So, let's see. So on custom websites currently, only a few Dogteeth commands are allowed to run, but the adventure version can run the entire allowable complement of Dogteeth commands, and that includes editing user files at will. So that's who won.
That was that's a lot. Where are they? Are they here? Oh, they're driving it home to Chicago, right? Mike, you want to come up? Yeah. I mean, there's so much going on inside the badge that you could have done all day playing like I did and never even touched the inside of the thing. So congratulations. Mike, let's close up here. You got your list?
All right. So you may or may not know, prior to CypherCon is actually a 3-day event. 1 day is essentially invite only. Last year it was called SecretCon. This year it was called SockCon. So if you've seen a bunch of weird sock monkeys and stuff around, that was this invite only event. And how to get into this event usually has to do with how much you contribute back to the community. So run a village. If you see a village that doesn't exist, start a village, that kind of thing, right? Speak, etc. One individual at SockCon solved puzzles that it started off with an easy hex code that said underneath the scissors. Underneath the scissors on the table in front of everybody to see was a decoy, so everybody kind of went down the wrong path. There was another scissors in the room. Underneath that was another cipher. It said, cut bananas. On the table, there were bananas. We were hoping people would be cutting bananas. But there were also sock monkeys on every table with sock monkey names, and one of them was bananas. You actually had to take the scissors, cut the sock monkey open, and inside was a pillow that says, you win. So Allie, please stand up, and Allie won a lifetime badge.
And that was all inside of like an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, that was an hour and a half to cut a poor sock monkey open.
Butchered it. Just left it there on the table, guts out.
It's guts.
You're gonna
all
fix
that
sutures. All right.
Cypher Forest returned. Cypher Forest was much less than, like 200 puzzles last year. It was too much. People were like heads down all conference. So we only did like 50-ish puzzles this year. 2 people completed it. They worked as a partnership, but individual, so they had a better chance of randomly generating. And Myth, are you in the room? All right, come on up. So Cypher Forest, this year it was the flying saucer that sucks up the cow. You get to go up into the flying saucer, and you find out that the aliens have been collecting Wisconsin cows as pets on their home planet. And there's all sorts of ciphers along the way. 2 individuals made essentially 99% of these ciphers. Joe Jones, stand up and wave. Joe Jones and Tony Jones created essentially all the ciphers this year. And you want to say anything? You want to say hi?
Hi. There was a couple issues that we noticed. I know, shocking.
Right to the complaint department.
Spoilers for anyone who's trying to figure out the unsolvable ones. There's WebAssembly files that you can download. Use a Godot tool to unextract that and run some strings. You'll find some secrets.
Ooh, that was good tip.
So lifetime badge. Ooh. Go over there and get recorded. Thank you. Congratulations.
Your list is gone.
I just put my phone away with all my notes. And I'm back. All right. Well, thank you for coming to CypherCon. I hope this, from my perspective, it was one of the best years of CypherCon. And you may have noticed I was nice and relaxed, except for that one dude I just had to like yell at and kick out. That was cool. But don't pick locks on the venue. Thank you. So if CypherCon's not enough for you, a lot of our volunteers are from Minnesota, and there's no hacker conference in Minnesota. So we decided to take on another conference in the fall, November 2nd and 3rd. It is secretcon.com.
Shh, tell everybody.
So it is a security meets privacy conference. So if you're from the Minnesota area, this is Minnesota's conference, and the vibe is completely different than CypherCon, but lots of secrets. CypherCon 7. The theme is casino heist. Ooh. The after party is going to be a casino where we encourage you to cheat at the games. We will have pit bosses looking out for cheating, but the ramifications aren't as mobby as maybe some real casinos. I actually, for the first time ever, have the dates for the next CypherCon.
Yay, we know.
Like, we're getting too big. I have to sign contracts a long time ahead of time. April 4th and 5th. And lastly,
That's like next week, dude.
Yeah. 2024. I am sleeping on April 4th and 5th. Okay, lastly, thanks everybody for coming. Such an amazing CypherCon. Thank you for all the volunteers, speakers, sponsors, attendees. The weather is getting really bad out there. My phone keeps alarming of lightning, and I heard of tornado watches and stuff like that. So please be safe, because I need you to come back and work one of my villages next year, okay? So I officially close out CypherCon 6. Thank you very much.